Well, her name's Rock Chalk. She's the talk of the town. We're the German Shepherd duo, always sniffing around. Smith and Wesson by her side, they ain't just for show. They're the muscle when she's hustling, solving crime on the go. She's got her boots in the dirt, she's cracking the case. A true crime queen with a smirk on her face. Loves her country rap bumping, got that twang in that beat. You mess around with her, you're in for a treat. Oh, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got a badge and a sassy attitude to boot. Kicks down doors like she's in hot pursuit. Smith and Wesson bark, don't you dare run. She's the queen of the scene, yeah, she gets it done. Country rap on the radio, she's cruising the street. From the city to the sticks, she's the one to meet. Her motto's real simple, don't try no bluff. Mess around all you want, but you'll find out quick enough. Whoa, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel, with a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got her back and they're coming for you. Country rap in her veins, she's the queen of the scene. F-A-F-O is her motto, and she's living the dream. Rock Chalk out. Hey! She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel, with a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got her back and they're coming for you. Country rap in her veins, she's the queen of the scene. F-A-F-O is her motto, and she's living the dream. Rock Chalk out.
What's up? It's good to see everyone. Let's see here. We've got this collector's item, Jay Thomas from Greenlee, Colorado. Flower daisies. What Now 123. Beach Baby. Arctic Fox. Noel. Good to see you, Noel. Good to see everybody. Christopher Hughes. Titus 2, Jesus Girl. Good to see everybody. No, there's not anything new in the case. I check every day, even in the civil case. It hasn't went anywhere. It was said in the last court that they was going to move forward with the civil case, but I don't see anything filed as of yet. I'll show you real quick. If you don't know how to look up OSCN cases, let me know and we'll show you. It's really easy, really easy. The last thing that was filed was the new attorney that they added. So, there you go. Clear back on 8/4/2025. So, that's where we're at with that. There's also, not that I could see anything new here on this case. Arraignments are November 5th, so plan on going to that. Right, Christopher? We're in, right? Also, please keep Wrangler in your prayers. He goes to court this week. Hopefully he gets his kids back. That's where we're at on this. November 5th. Yeah, that's for the arraignments. Yeah. They said the first trial probably will not be till June of 2026. So we travel and camp anytime. There you go. We'll definitely do it. Definitely do it. And I mean, I'm kind of curious, not that it's any of my business because it's not, on the civil case. Does this money go to the kids? Well, who's getting the money if they get it? Does it go to the kids? Yes, to Titus 2. As a matter of fact, I covered that the other day, but I did see where both parents were arrested, and they had court today, and they don't go back to court till 9/4. Yeah, that's the little baby that they said the mom got jumped outside of that sporting goods store. Yeah, they went to court today. Both of them got $100,000 or $1 million cash bond. $1 million cash bond, and they go back to court on September 4th. So it's crazy. You guys remember? Listen, Thomas, anybody in Colorado, you guys remember when I covered the funeral home that had over 200 bodies there outside of Colorado Springs, and the owners fled to Oklahoma, and the husband already got charged. He's got to do 20 plus years. That's what I say, Christopher. Back on that, it damn sure should go to the kids. Like, that's what I think too. It should go to the kids. Anything that is made off that case should go to the kids. Put it in a trust fund or whatever. But that's my opinion. Yeah, the kidnapping. Back to the baby that was missing, and the kidnapping thing was a hoax. Glad to see they set bond cash. A stretch at that. Yes, that's crazy. Very crazy. Anyway, back to the Colorado one. Anyway, I covered that case. I covered it when it first broke, but you guys wasn't on this channel. But, you know, there's another one. Another case where 20 corpses was in Pueblo, Colorado. And the county coroner is part of it. And I believe his brother. 20 plus bodies. What are they doing in Colorado? Like, it's crazy. Let me show you this one too. I've been following this one too. This is crazy. All these people thought that their loved ones was taken care of, and they don't even know whose bodies they got, because their loved ones was sitting there decomposing. There was 200. There was 200 in a place outside of Colorado Springs, and the husband and the wife fled to Oklahoma, and they got arrested. He just got sentenced to 20 years. The wife hasn't got sentenced yet. This is another one out of Colorado.
Thank you for all being here today. I'm here to speak about a deeply disturbing and tragic situation involving the Davis Mortuary here in Pueblo. This is a day no one wants to see. We have received credible information that Davis Mortuary has been improperly storing human remains for years. This is a profound violation of trust and a heartbreaking betrayal of the families who entrusted their loved ones to this funeral home. I want to express my deepest and most sincere condolences to the families and loved ones of the deceased. whose remains have been so terribly disrespected. We know you are grieving, and this news only compounds your pain.
At Choice Hotels like this
We are
quality
committed
inn,
to
you get
getting
more
you
for
the
your money
answers
so you
you
can
deserve.
maximize any.
I can
Can your pad
Yeah,
flex
hard to
with
hear
you
it.
without shifting?
confirm that the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, in partnership with our local law enforcement partners here in Pueblo, our county law enforcement partners, have launched a full-scale investigation into Davis Mortuary. In fact, we were first notified of this incident. I received notification from Executive Director of DORA, Patty Salazar, and Division Director Sam Delmar yesterday afternoon. As soon as we received that notification and received that preliminary information, me and my Deputy Director, Dan Bowles, and contacted our team down here in Pueblo. And those of you may know that we have quite a good footprint of investigators here in Pueblo that do exceptional work. These were some of the same investigators that were involved in the Return to Nature funeral home case that you are likely familiar with. As we speak, those investigators are on the premises executing a search warrants to collect evidence and document the full scope of this tragedy. They are assisted, thankfully, by hazmat operators from the Colorado State Patrol. I'd like to thank Colonel Matt Packard. He immediately answered our call to assist. As you can only imagine, the situation of decomposing bodies in various states. We're getting an assessment in this entry with our investigators and hazmat operators to really see what does that entry look like and how do we process this scene. We know that you want answers and you want them now. I understand that urgency completely. However, this is a complex and painstaking process. We are at the very beginning of a thorough, methodical investigation. Our top priorities are to respectfully and humanely process the scene, identify all the deceased, and notify their families and loved ones.
What they want to get their commercials in. It's crazy. Anyway, so what happened from what I was reading. Sorry, I got to dip you all. Okay, Titus 2. Jesus girl, glad you stopped in. Things will be back to going, especially November 5th. Stay up on it. I'll pop back by later if possible. Sounds good. Anyway, so after the other case was found out in Colorado Springs, they actually developed a team that would go out and investigate and follow these funeral homes. That's how this one was caught. So how many in all these years, because that one's saying 15 years. Some of them bodies been there 15 years. So that's way before COVID. So this has been going on for a long time. They never had any inspection type of thing going on in Colorado until after the last one was caught with 200 plus bodies. I just think that's really sad. All these people thought their loved ones was taken care of. Hell, a lot of these people didn't even get the correct remains of their loved ones. This is sad. Very sad. So yeah, Christopher, also we're going back and forth on the little baby. I believe, this is my own opinion, but I do believe that the father took the police department where he probably threw the body out. But I don't think it's recent. I think that baby, they said they hadn't seen that baby, relatives hadn't seen that baby since August 5th. So, sounds like to me the baby was gone for a while. And they could have threw it down that hill and an animal could have got it. I mean, I hate to even talk like that. It's horrible to even think about it that way, but possibly what could have happened. I thought something was up on all their interviews anyway. It's a shame because they were talking about the GoFundMes that the dad had against his brother. When his brother died, he did 2. Like, was this going to be a way for them to try to get GoFundMes? Just sad. Very sad. And we will never know what happened to the baby unless they find the body and they can do an autopsy. I just find it really sad. Other than that, there's a lot going on in the world, a lot of craziness, but try to think, bring up things that you guys would be interested in. Things are. My daughter finally got her car back yesterday, so I got my car back yesterday. They're back in their house. Took Rick to the doctor yesterday. His blood pressure is really high again, so we're dealing with that. It could be happening with animal cremations. And people pay a lot to cremate their animals too. I mean, if there's not some kind of inspection protocol, somebody looking after them to make sure they're doing things right, they're just going to do anything they want. I mean, you have the county coroner there in Pueblo was part of all this in the second one, 20 bodies. Some of them have been there 15 years. Craziness is contagious. Absolutely. I mean, my gosh, look at all the false school shootings that's been going on. Villanova, and then there was one yesterday. I don't even remember where the one was yesterday, but it was false too. Wesson. He's still, he can't walk. Still in the same spot. It's just sad. I know it's getting closer to time. I'm going to have to, he's right here by the bed, but the peeing and the shitting he can't get outside. And I carry him out, but sometimes I get him outside and then I get him right back in, and that's when he starts scooting and he pees. But other than that, I mean, he's not hurting. And that's the thing why I haven't put him down. I can clean up the shit and piss. He's never, ever shit and pissed in the house. This is a first. But it's hard to let go. And I don't know how Smith's going to act when Wesson's gone. Is there any investigations for animal cremation services? I've never heard of any. It's a good question. I'll start looking for that. I've never heard of any, though. K-State had hazing going on. Did you get to see the new KU stadium, football stadium? Imagine the storage fees for all those years. Well, it sounds like they just kept them right there in the building, in a room. I mean, the one in Colorado Springs, they just stacked them on top of each other out there in the room. Days of Noah, like the Bible. For sure. What happened to your Chiefs, Christopher? What the heck? What happened to them? Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's getting married. They got engaged, right? Didn't that get released today? I think I saw something on it. Oh, the concert was fire, by the way. He puts on a hell of a show, that's for sure. Oh, let me see here. I don't know if I can... Ooh, let me see if I can bring it up. Went to that concert Thursday. Okay, got it. Trying to pull up the show here. See if I can... Yeah, I didn't bring it up. Yes, they are our babies, that's for sure. I've lost dogs before. What is that noise? I've lost dogs before, and they were old, and it was their time. Wesson was running, jumping around, and within a day he couldn't walk. So hard. So hard. So the Gavin Adcock concert, they had a guy jump the stage here in Wichita, and it went viral. Let's see, I was going to see if I could show it to you. As a matter of fact, he posted something this morning and said if anybody had the video of the Wichita incident, and now he's put a lot. He's put a lot. Let's see here if I can. There's Gavin Adcock. Let's see how. Let me see if I can show you guys this. Father God, we need your intervention to provide peace to my sister. Please walk beside her. Thank you, amen. Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate that. I'm getting better. I know it's getting closer. I'm upset, but I'm not crying this time. I know it's getting close to time. As a matter of fact, yesterday Rick said something about it. But I can't put him down because I'm having to clean up his messes. I can't find my heart to do that. I was trying to find the one from today, from when he was in Wichita. Well, maybe this is it.
So I don't know if any of y'all seen it, but my security guard absolutely took a dude out this weekend. I'm trying to find the full video. So if you're at Wichita, Kansas, and you got a full video of the dude jumping the barricade, send it my way. So I don't know if any of y'all.
Well, that's when he was asking this morning for the videos, but they sent him the videos. And he had posted a lot of them, but I don't know. It's different on the computer. TikTok's different on the computer. Anyway, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a good show, worth the money. I'd pay it to see him again. It's a damn good show. Back over here. I was thinking about you all today. Totally freaked about these funeral homes. Same thing happened on crematory property in Georgia 15 years ago. Oh, really? I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah. So this is twice now that I'm aware of, just in Colorado. They had the one outside of Colorado Springs with 200 plus bodies, and now the one in Pueblo with 20 plus bodies. And just think, they was collecting the money for them, able to collect the money to be taking care of these loved ones, and they just let the bodies stack up. And one of them is the county coroner. It's crazy. I agree. But at least after the last one was found, they started an investigation and started checking these funeral homes. I think you'll hear a lot more because nobody was regulating them. I mean, that's why I said since there's two been found in Colorado, I mean, I'm sure it's all over. But I bet there's more in Colorado, honestly. I bet if they start auditing and going into these funeral homes, there might be quite a few that was making fast cash. I mean, my gosh, do you remember during COVID? Do you remember seeing the pictures of New York? Did you guys see the pictures of New York where they was just stacking them bodies? That was rough to watch. What about these bodies that's been sitting there for years? What about these people that thought they was getting their loved ones and they didn't? That'd be rough. Jay Thomas praying for Rock and Rick with the situation with Wesson. My heart is heavy. He has been such a great companion and a best friend. Yes, he has. I mean, he don't leave my side. It's tough. It's tough. Very tough. I will look that up. One more. Let me write that down. I will look that up. But if they never had any kind of consequences or anybody verifying their work or making sure that they were doing things right. Seems like they could get away with it. I appreciate you bringing that up to me because first time I heard about it was when it happened in Colorado Springs. Walker County. Okay, I wrote it down. I'll look it up. Thank you. Flower Daisies remembers that. I definitely will look it up. It's hopefully that all over they'll have some kind of accountability and follow up on these cases. There's probably, like I said, they need to be checking all funeral homes. I heard the homeless in San Francisco were disposed of before excise was. Oh, really? It don't surprise me, but after seeing the 200 people, I just find it very sad. Some people are out to just make a quick buck. You know, them owners of them funeral homes, there's no way they would have did that to their family members, right? Probably felt like they'd never get caught. Just like the couple that fled to Oklahoma. Took them a while to catch them. They found the bodies way before they caught them two, that husband and wife. And he got 20 years. He got sentenced to, I think, 20 years, if I remember right. Let's see here. It is very disturbing. I agree. Oops. Very disturbing. I keep looking to see if the wife's been charged yet, but I don't think she has. One half of the Oklahoma couple accused of stashing nearly 200 human bodies inside their Colorado funeral home has been sentenced to 20 years in federal prison for defrauding pandemic relief programs. They said defrauding pandemic relief programs, but they're saying the one in Pueblo, some of them bodies are 15 years old. Let's see here. We know the guy got charged, but what about the lady? 2 years after the horrific discovery of nearly 200 decaying bodies in a petite room temperature building in rural Colorado, a funeral home owner is due to be sentenced on Friday. Oh, so he's supposed to be getting 20 years and he's going to be sentenced on Friday? John Halford and his wife, Carrie, ran a morbid racket for 4 years from their return to Natural Funeral Home in Colorado Springs. They assured families their loved ones' cremations were being handled, only to stash the bodies in a bug-infested building and provide dry concrete resembling ashes. Oh, Lordy. Mr. Halford is already headed to prison after pleading guilty to federal fraud charges. Friday's sentencing will focus on state charges related to the mistreatment of the bodies, allowing family members to describe the anguish in learning their loved ones slowly decayed among piles of others. To me, it's the heart of this case. It's the worst part of the crime, said Tanya Wilson, who is traveling from Georgia to speak at the sentencing. She hired the funeral home to cremate her mother and later discovered the supposed ashes the family spread in Hawaii weren't from her mother's body, which had been wasting away in the building in Penrose, a small town 35 miles from Colorado Springs. A plea agreement calls for Halford to receive a 20-year prison sentence for the corpse abuse charges. Wilson said she and some other families want Judge Eric Bentley to reject the agreement because Halford's state sentence is expected to run concurrently with his 20-year federal sentence, meaning he could be freed many years earlier than if the sentences ran consecutively. Scale of this staggering. Why does the state believe they deserve a plea deal? Wilson asked. There needs to be accountability. If the judge rejects the agreement, Halford would not be immediately sentenced and the case would likely go to an arraignment. The first step towards a criminal trial, said Kate Singh with the 4th Judicial District Attorney's Office. Colorado has struggled to effectively oversee funeral homes and for many years had some of the weakest regulations in the nation. It's had a slew of abuse cases, including an estimated 20 decomposing corpses discovered this week at a funeral home in Pueblo. Carrie Halford is accused of the same crimes as her husband and also pleaded guilty. Her sentencing on the corpse abuse charges has not been scheduled. The couple was accused of letting 189 bodies decay. In 2 other instances, the wrong bodies were buried. 4 remains have yet to be identified. The Halfords got a license for their funeral home in 2017, and authorities said the bodies started piling up by 2019. Many languished for years in states of decay, some decomposed beyond recognition, some unclothed or on the floor in inches of fluid from the bodies. Oh. There's the guy. As gruesome count grew, John and Carrie Halford were also defrauding the federal government out of nearly $900,000 in COVID-19 era aid. With the money from families and the federal government, the Halfords brought ritzy items from stores like Tiffany & Company, a GMC Yukon, and Infinity worth $120,000 combined. Laser body sculpting and $31,000 in cryptocurrency. That's crazy. In 2023, a putrid smell from the building and the police turned up. Investigators swarmed the building, donning hazmat suits and painstakingly extracting the bodies. Halford and his wife were arrested in Oklahoma, where John Halford had family, more than a month later. Families learned of their cathartic moments of grief, spreading a mother's ashes in Hawaii or cradling a son's urine in a rocking chair, were tainted by deception. It was as if these signposts of the grieving process had been torn away, unraveling months and years of working through their loved one's deaths. That's crazy. And here I've been reading it the whole time, and you guys didn't even get to see me read it. For some reason, it didn't put it on the screen. Oh, well. That's sad. That's sad. That's very sad. Very, very sad. Now I've got an itch in my throat. Yeah, I like Gavin Fish. I'm not going to stay on here, Christopher. You can go watch it. I'm fixing to go off here anyway. Go check out Gavin Fish. I like Gavin Fish. Just think about cost just to identify identity of each body. Yeah, they can't get a tough enough sentence. I agree with you. I agree with you. I'll probably go over and watch Gavin Fish too. But I've been watching the news all day on the baby. It's just sad. I'm glad $1 million cash bond, where they can't get a bail bondsman. They have to come up with 100. Have to come up with it all cash. We heard you loud and clear, better than muted. Yeah, I pulled up the other screen and was reading it, but for some reason it didn't bring it on here. Okay, we will be live again Thursday. I'll keep checking on the cases and see what's going on. If there's something you want me to check on and go over with you, let me know. This is just a way to check in and see how everybody's doing. I know everybody's school's back and just a lot going on. I have family matters that I'm taking care of, so can't spend a lot of time on it. Trying to get everything taken care of so that it can go in November and also go to all the trials. So much love to everyone here. We'll catch you on Thursday. Have a great night.
Called up the neighbors, warned the town. The Rocket Jump crew is messing around. They're chasing justice sharp and bright. Welcome to the fam, keep your truth in sight. Gypsies got receipts from 1882. Hacked the database with a can of glue. Hawkeye sees your blink from another state. Still found time to bake a cake. Nota's running, not from crime. She just forgot the noodles this time. Micah singing ballads to his cat. Solved the case just like that. Black opal, sneaky, mysterious style. Caught a lion through a bathroom tile. Christopher preaches and takes the stand. Turned water to coffee with just one hand. Mama lost it where the bones are hid. She just laughs and says, guess I'm part of the grid. Beach babies tanning with suspects in tow. Sauce, crime while surfing, justice on the go. We're rock, chalk, wild, weird and free. Breaking down